Hello, my name's Stuart, gold medal distance races. So we've got an unusual one today. There weren't only Sebco, Cram and Ovett and Graham Williamson, etc. Uh, around in those times. There were other very talented British athletes, Scottish athletes too. Peter Hoffman you've probably heard of. Paul Forbes you might not have heard of, but I suppose you probably should have, although I must admit I haven't. There was an Eight Nations Games apparently in Tokyo in 1980. Because Forbes was fourth in line to run in Moscow, I understand that he was given the opportunity as a consolation to run in Tokyo. So there's Kirov in this field. Hans-Peter Ferner, I think, is there. So anyway, let's go and let's just see what happens.
800 meters. Kirov, the Soviet Union bronze medalist, behind Steve Ovett and Sebastian.
So let's just move it along. We can see who's in it. Let me just pause that there so we can study it. So we've got Hans-Peter Ferner. Well, we know about him, don't we, from 1982. Kirov, of course, came second in Moscow. Third in Moscow, behind Coe. Forbes, this is who we're talking about, Scottish athlete, who I understand his personal best is 145.66. Harkonnen, Finnin, Grippo, definitely heard of him. Italy, Martin, USA, Takeda, Japan, and Ostrowski, Poland. I haven't heard of him. Okay, so let's go and let's have a look at this. I mean, I suppose Kirov really stands out there as the one who's likely to win. So there they go. First 100 meters, I think, running lanes there. They'll break in a moment. I'll just boost the volume a bit on the commentary. I think that's David Coleman. So they're breaking across. I think they break at 150 meters. Somebody could correct me if that's not true. So okay, Kirov is there in third place. And I think we've got Hans-Peter Ferner in second place, I think, possibly. Forbes 306. He's at the front, on the edge of the lane. Grippo is there. The American runner's a bit fifth place. So quite slow first lap, 57 seconds, I believe. So there goes Forbes, and he really has stretched them out. Kirov is hanging in there. I'm sure Kirov would expect to win this. And Forbes is really going. He's really going for it. I suppose with a PB of 145.6, he would benefit from a slower race if he's got a good finish. And then we've got Hans-Peter Ferner there. And Forbes is really going for it. Look at that. What a finish. Look at that. Will he hold on? Oh my God, that is just unbelievable. He is delighted with that. Look at that smile. Absolutely fantastic. You see, I mean, let's just watch this again. Unbelievable finish. Look at how they're all closing in on him. But he's holding on, going right for the line, driving straight through it. Wow, and he dips just at the right time. He's looking across there. I think that coaches, they always tell you not to look across on the line. It could, I mean, obviously it could cost you 100th of a second could cost you, but he couldn't resist it there. But he did take that. And it was a superb run, and it just shows what can happen if you take somebody with a very strong finish like he's got. He's like a sort of 146 runner. You wouldn't expect him to beat 144 runners, but in a slowish race like that, he certainly could do, and he did. He ran superbly well. Paul Forbes entitled to smile. Look how happy he is. I think that's got to be the highlight of his career. Thank you to Peter Hoffman website for providing this. Let's have a look at the time then. Yep. So Forbes, Kirov, and Harkonnen, 1/10 separating, 2/10 2/10, 1/10 separating 1, 2, and 3. Unbelievable. Absolutely superb race. In fact, let's just go back and have a look at it again. Of course, I take pleasure in this because, you know, I mean, Kirov, he must have been fed up with fed up with Ovet, and he must have thought, oh, you know, the great British athletes are not here at these games. Finally, this is one that I can win. And somebody who's never even heard of Forbes comes through and wins it. Another fine British athlete. So let's just have a look then again one more time at this.
Olympic bronze medalist second. Ferner coming over the outside, having got out of trouble for
See, he's holding the inside lane, not wasting any energy.
Tremendous run by the Scot. Kirov is struggling. Ferner in second place now for West Germany. 50 metres left. Forbes looking for the tape all the way. And Forbes still leads. Kirov's trying to get the inside. Haugen coming through. Ostrovsky.
Yep, unbelievable. Fantastic the way that he held on to that.
So close for third place. But
I mean, if you think that he won by a tenth of a second, I mean, that look on the line could have cost him. He might have. Well, I suppose it really cost him maybe just 1/100 of a second, so it wasn't really significant. But yeah, that was a real. I discovered that a few years ago. It was a real surprise that, you know, we not only had Cohen, Ovet, and Cram, of course, and others. Let's face it, but we had, you know, some athletes I haven't even heard of. I must admit, to my shame, I'd never heard of Forbes or never even heard of Hoffman. But I understand that Hoffman pushed Coe in a 3A's meeting where Coe was nearly disqualified. He was disqualified and he was reinstated. In fact, that's a race that I'm going to do very soon, that particular race. I'm sure some of you will know which one I'm talking about. So that's it. I really enjoyed that and hope you did too. I'll be back again with another one. Leave comments. I'd be interested to know what you think of that race. Bye for now.